At the crypto market now, we see Bitcoin on fire, and we see green on the screen. Just little pockets of red at this point as Bitcoin starts to move, looking like it wants to challenge that $60,000 level for the price of Bitcoin. Ethereum sitting comfortably above the $3,000 level, $3,350. BNB also holding up there above the $400 level. So we're seeing green all over at this point in the crypto market, looking really, really bullish. Let's look at the sentiment quickly now. I'm sure it's extremely greedy at this point. Yep, there you have it. I think this should be in green at this point. Extreme greed is what we're seeing in the market, 82 points. And you know how some traders like to use the fear greed index. When the market is really greedy, they try to scale out. And when it's fearful, that's when they try to get in. So use that as you please. Let's look at the top headlines now. Definitely we're seeing the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria saying that about $26 billion has passed through Binance in 1 year. And he's described this as illicit financial flows at this point. Also, we're seeing Bitcoin hitting that $59,000 level. Let's bring in Rume Ofi now, financial market analyst. Hello, Rume. Great to have you.
Good afternoon, Laddie.
Yeah, so, you did hear what the central bank governor said about the amount of money, a lot of dollars has passed through Binance out of Nigeria. And I'm wondering, $26 billion, are we talking USDT here or hard dollars?
I think there's something we need to really understand. Stable coins are peg 1:1 to the US dollar, but they are not the US dollar, right? So it's a crypto equivalent of it. So for adventure, it should be best referred to as the USDT thereabouts from the USDC from SECO. But again, I get really worried because Binance, it's not registered in Nigeria. So for such transactions to go through, it calls for some due diligence. We as a country, the financial authorities need to really check a lot of these things. And I listened keenly to what the central bank chief actually said. I don't know where he got those data. I'm not going to fault it, but I think Binance is a centralized exchange platform. We can get an accurate amount of those data by going to on-chain analysis. Yeah, on-chain analysis can give us a whole lot of those data. And not just Binance for now, because Binance is in the news. Some other platforms can be rejoicing using that to gain some market shares. There are a lot of exchange platforms in this country that are exploiting the loopholes in our system, and they are floating their products. Just some days ago, we heard about Strike Africa, one of the platforms in the US, launching in Africa. Same day, this whole Binance discussion and the CBN governor speech came up. It is so not fair. We have very smart people. What some of these companies need to be doing is to collaborate with locals here that have this already working and see how they could do better, or probably invest in existing business rather than exploit some of the loopholes in our system and make those money or make those gains and take it away. So it appears to be more like some form of colonialism coming up with digital technology, which I don't buy.
Yeah, but Rumi, I guess no one was expecting the central bank would actually be positive towards crypto. We know there's no central bank right now that's happy about crypto, if you know what I mean. But looking at things generally, I know most of these exchanges have strong KYC. Can there be some kind of partnership here with most of these governments?
Yes, I think some of the things that are happening here in Nigeria now cannot even find their way to countries like the US. I think South Africa is also doing very well with that. I think your question also comes close to the fact that the CBN governor said there's some persons that the people doing transactions are not known. I don't think that's correct because on the Binance platform, from my research, it shows that you need to have certain requirements, your email, your phone numbers, and your NIN or BVN thereabout from all of these platforms. So peradventure, we need to go back to revisit all of that for us to get those data correctly. So these are KYCs being done. I don't think that there are although they could be, but I don't know of any other platforms that do transactions in Nigeria that are not KYC compliant, because that amounts to all of the illegalities. But I must say this right now. I have some fears, and I have to say it. The CBN actions right about now for cryptocurrency, considering the fact that there was an earlier circular that actually said there could be some form of regulations that give SEC the right to do a few of them. It's scary to me right now that the space is going to fall back to what it used to be in 2021, where there was no clarity. And in all of these, the black market is going to be empowered. What I mean by that is talking about national security right about now. People are going to be using the back doors to do transactions away from, if they think the exchange platforms are really being scrutinized by government, which I think is not good for our economy, is not good for our country as well, for probably financing of illicit activities, terrorism financing and money laundering. So we need to put our house in order, to put regulations straight in collaborations with all of these exchange platforms, right, or all of these crypto provider platforms.
All right, thank you so much, Rumi Ofi. Always great having your perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.